Hey YouTube, John here. Today I want to discuss some essential aspects of preparedness that everyone should be focusing on right now based on current world events. So, let's get after it. Hey everyone, welcome back to the show. Make sure to like and subscribe for more content. It keeps me motivated. Anyway, so today's video, I wanted to talk about giving some tips to help you become better prepared if you're new to preparedness, or if you're just looking to refine your skills and strategies for survival. These tips are going to help you prioritize and become better prepared for any situation that might arise. So let's get into it. Number 1, assessing risks. First and foremost, start by assessing the risks specific to your location and circumstances. Consider natural disasters common in your area, such as earthquakes, hurricanes, or wildfires, and also think about potential socio-political disruptions or economic challenges that may hinder your area. Understanding these risks will guide your preparedness efforts effectively. Number 2, emergency supplies. Stock up on essential emergency supplies. Start with a basic emergency kit that includes water, non-perishable food, a flashlight, batteries, a first aid kit, and any necessary medications. Ensure that you have enough supplies to last at least 72 hours for each member of your household. From that 72-hour benchmark, you can then expand with each of these different areas to a month, 2 months, 6 months, a year, 7 years, however much Water
and
like
food storage. So focus on water and food storage. Store at least 3 gallons of water per person per day for at least 3 days, both for drinking and sanitation purposes. Rotate food supplies regularly to maintain freshness, and consider long-term food storage options such as canned goods, freeze-dried foods, and bulk grains. Number 4, shelter and clothing. You should prepare your shelter and clothing by having a plan for sheltering in place or evacuating if necessary, ensuring that you have adequate clothing and bedding to stay warm in cold weather and protect yourself from the elements when it's hot or hazardous. If you are evacuating, consider having changes of clothing to keep yourself dry and healthy. I suggest merino wool or other wicking fibers to go ahead and help keep you nice and dry, especially when the weather is not conducive to evacuating. Shelter can be somewhat difficult when you're evacuating or bugging out. There's a couple options that most people go to. Tarp shelters or even tents can be viable options if you're trying to keep it light and move quickly. RVs are also a great option if you have the funds to do so and if traffic and roads are clear. So definitely some considerations to take for shelter. Number 5, communication plans. Develop communication plans with everybody in your family, in your group, and your team. Establish contact points and a meeting place for your family or group in case you are separated during an emergency or you need a rally location. Consider alternative communication methods such as two-way radios, satellite phones, even LoRa Meshtastic networks if traditional means are disrupted. And don't forget about ham radios or GMRS radios that you can use during times of emergency, even without a license. Number 6, first aid and medical needs. Go ahead and assess the first aid and medical needs of your family and your group. Stock up on comprehensive first aid kits, any necessary prescription medications or medical devices that you'll need, such as CPAP machines. Consider taking a first aid, stop the bleed, and CPR courses to get better prepared to handle medical emergencies and deal with any kind of stressful situations that are related to those. Number 7, financial preparedness. I know, it's very tough being in the preparedness community and trying to be financially prepared at the same time. Living within a budget is very difficult, but really focusing on financial preparedness will get you ahead of the curve. Building an emergency fund to cover any unexpected expenses, and consider diversifying your investments to mitigate economic uncertainties. Having cash on hand in case of power outages or other disruptions to electronic payment systems can also be helpful, but that's probably dependent on the situation. Financial preparedness is not exactly the greatest thing for us to talk about, but I definitely think it's worthwhile. So I believe financial preparedness is definitely an important aspect because An SHTF situation for you might look like job loss for a family member or yourself, being laid off, being unemployed, having unexpected medical bills. That can really ruin someone. So it's definitely something to consider. Living within a budget, having an emergency fund, and diversifying investments to make sure that you and your household are safe. Number 8, and this might be my favorite, skills and training. Acquiring essential skills and training is fantastic for your family, for your group, for your mag, for all of the above. Learning things such as first aid, CPR, emergency response, firearms courses, self-defense, bushcrafting, they're all fantastic ways to grow your skill set and to get reps and sets in on very important skills that could save a life later on down the road or maybe even tomorrow. Who knows? It's definitely a worthwhile thing to go ahead and invest in. Investing in yourself. Number 9, community and networking. Now I know this is one of the things that preparedness-minded individuals typically shy away from with OPSEC and all. But if you engage with your community and network with like-minded people, you can actually help strengthen your community, your family, and your group. Join a local preparedness group or an online forum to share knowledge, resources, and support with one another. Building a strong community network can be invaluable during times of crisis because somebody in your group might need you, or maybe you need them. Maybe your house was hit by a tornado, but theirs is okay and they're able to help shelter you. That's why there's strength in numbers, and that's why I promote mutual assistance networks and mutual assistance groups. Okay, and number 10. This one has a little bit of homework. But lastly, regularly reviewing and updating your preparedness plans can help you reassess your risks, refresh your supplies, and update your plans as needed based on changes in your circumstances or new information. Maybe you moved, maybe you have a new job that you have to commute to a different location. Maybe it's not hurricane season anymore, but hey, winter storms are coming through. All of those things change your preparedness plan, or they should. So definitely something to consider. And during all of this, I have one other aspect that I would recommend highly. It's staying calm before, during, and after a crisis. I think it's incredibly important for several reasons. I think making sure that you are able to think clearly, to communicate effectively, you reduce panic, you're able to maintain focus on the task at hand, you're better at problem solving, emotionally you are way more stable, and you can be in a position of leadership or support with a calm demeanor that can inspire confidence, providing reassurance to those around you. In short, I think making sure that you watch what you watch on YouTube, especially with all the doomer content that's out there, is huge. I think that a lot of those channels produce content that is just meant to raise your blood pressure and your heart rate, and to get you to purchase some of the items that they're selling on their shop. So in short, watch what you watch. In conclusion, by focusing on these key areas, assessing risks, stocking essential supplies, planning for communication and medical needs, and developing skills, along with reaching out and networking with like-minded people and updating your plan and training, you can enhance your preparedness and resilience for whatever challenges may come your way. Remember, preparedness is not about living in fear, but about being proactive and empowered to protect yourself and your loved ones. Thanks for watching, guys. That's all I have today. Peace.